Now for that fifth round from Azeez. There's knockdown. Wow.
Great shots go. Good shot.
Yeah, Richards let a shot of his own go there, and he follows it up with a right hand.
The body, then he's throwing the right hand, he's setting that shot up. That was a nice left to the body as well from Richards, and the right, big shot!
Tremendous, and down goes Creighton for the first time. Richards with that pedigree, building on his success. Foster says he can continue. 15 seconds to go. Richards opening up now, big style in Creighton's own corner, and now the towel is being raised by Craig Dixon in the corner as Howard Foster steps in, and it's all over, and in the end.
Mistakes you can't afford to make. This is the things you can capitalise on.
Fielding just tucking up on the ropes there. So there's blood coming from the left eye there of Rocky Fielding. It looks like it's on the corner, a little cut, and it's mostly running clear again, just with his back to them. Gives himself a touch of room as he's backed up and look to try and find that one.
A step out in distance, and he's like a short straight jab, just snapping the head back of Rocky's landed several in this round. Oh, he's not, you know, overloading up on them. He's just threading them through, but they're just snapping the head up, and you know, they're not hurting Rocky, but they're just chipping away. Just.
I hope you're scoring at 5-0 to Azeez so far, and that's the only way you can score it. Azeez.
Another round like this, and maybe that could be the end of it.
Final few seconds, and Fielding goes down to a knee right. An attritional pressure fighter, Azeez, and he really doesn't waste much. That's the impressive thing about him. Everything he throws hits something. The same as the previous 7, and I think that's the point that he's making, really.
It's just a slow, steady beating, isn't it? You know, and he's lost every round. There's been a knockdown. He's getting hit with more and more clean shots.
Nigel Travis has got the towel, and in comes the towel. The referee steps in and waves the fight over.
Somewhere in between 6'3" and 6'4". Yeah, only been it was at 168 in the early days of his career. It's enough on the back foot, but at the moment hasn't really wound the tempo up to a point that's put the Polish fighter under any considerable shock to me watching it. But I think Craig Richards lands a lovely uppercut there, knows that he needs to do more in fights like this, and did he hurt Marek Matia with that uppercut? The body language of the Polish fighter says that he did, and he's a little bit static as Richards puts his hands together. Left hook, right hand, and Marek Matia is all over the place now with a minute is needed. Long right hand around the side of the guard, touches him upstairs, adjusting the range, and needs to not smother his work here.
This is spiteful. This is the kind of performance that he wants Peterson from. Good left hook.
Off the back of the uppercut too, right hand round the side of the guard. Matia in trouble, left hook lands, and Victor Lockley steps in there.
Il est allé gaiement d'un Azeez. Oh, le percute! Oui. Oh, il était splendide!
Il travaille un peu plus en série.
Et notamment, il a la longe pour lui en plus avec ce bras arrière.
Allez Thomas, oui, c'est à toi de le faire, allez vas-y.
Ah, il est en train de... Oh, il a été durement contré. Il est au bord du cage.
Oh, c'est dommage. C'est dommage.
Le contre terrible.
He's got to slip it and then time the right hand over the top for Pitters to punch back at, and then look to counter off of it. Great shots go. Good shot.
Yeah, Richards let a shot of his own go there, and he follows it up with a right hand. Pitters down, and Pitters on shaky legs.
Big right hand over the top, wasn't it, from Richards? There was actually 2 shots that went in. He's got to set that up behind the jab, but nevertheless, a big round for Richards here.
And there's still a minute and a half to go, and Pitters is fighting here when he needs to try and survive, and Richards lets those big shots go again. Straight right hand this time. Peters is hanging on. Step back and don't waste your work. Pick the target. He did it well there. Final 10 seconds of the round. Chopping right hand from Richards. That was the shot we should have seen 90 seconds ago from things. There was the double jab right hand from Richards, and again, and again. Pockets of success for Peters as well. Good right hand there from Peters. That's better from Richards though.
See, that's what Richards has got to do. He's got to beat Peters to the punch and start pressing his gears up the tempo and just put Peters under pressure. That's where we need to get him on the ropes there. That's a good shot.
3 seconds or so, and every round is going to be key potentially. Right hand from Richards. He hurt Peters again there, and he follows it up, and Peters is on shaky legs. Is Richards' dream about to come true? Peters responds, and Richards with a left hook surely rips the British title from him. Peters caught in the spider's web. Craig Richards is the British champion. What a fight, what a finish.
Unbelievable that one.
They had Sterling Downey early on in the second round of their 10-rounder last summer. Short right counter, not for the first time from Azeez. There's it. It is.
Be careful with that now, isn't he? So early to be warned. Good body shot from Azeez there. Lovely left hook.
Now for that 5th round from Azeez. There's knockdown. Wow, I thought he was just off balance. Disappointment or frustration at the call. We'll get a chance to see that in between rounds, perhaps. But that's up to dock a point there. But I think that was sensible refereeing, despite the previous sort of final. Having her back in his life, it added motivation, I think, coming into this one.
Just needs to shift the feet, Azeez. When he had Sterling there.
As a fan or a neutral observer.
Shot.
I think the towel, has the towel come in? I think the towel's come in. It has, the towel's come in. And whether that...
Britanya şampiyonluk maçında şimdi. Craig Richards'la aparkat geldi sol koşaya. Knockout etti. Sol koşa vuruyor. Knockout oranı dolayısıyla 40. %40. Bozulacaktı demiş. Sağ kroşe. Bir tane daha geliyor. Söylemek isterim. Yazık oldu demiş. Değerli izleyiciler. Takama. Sol direk, sağ direk. İngilizlerin efsanesi, yaşayan efsanesi, sağ kroşe. Richards, Aurelio Richards. Sol koşa. Frank Buglioni, sağ kroşe. Bir sol direk geldi. Sol direkler sürüyor. Bir rounddayız. Kim kazanacak, kim kaybedecek? Kızıştı maç. Sol direk tekrar. Sağ kroşe. Bir tane daha geliyor Richards'tan. 10 maç 10 galibiyeti var şu ana kadar. Bakalım bu maçta ilk yenilgisi mi olacak?
Lively opener. The right hand over the top, that's a shot.
Pedigree at work once again from the...
Had success with his right. Oh, there it is right there. I was just saying, rest the glove, and then the second one comes right behind it. Landmark. It's almost like a right.
He looks confident, but how badly hurt is he? He comes back with a looping right hand. What a match behind him. Tremendous resilience. And firing back almost immediately in almost a repeat of the previous round.
Nice one too. Nice uppercut, left hook from Richards. For the presence of Buati. To knock him out of his stride. Good work from Richards. Good right hand, good right uppercut.
He fell into Richards as if he's been hurt, but immediately fires back.
And a good left hook from Richards.
Best manages to fire back. 20 seconds to go in the round. Best exchange of the contest. The contest could change in this exchange. Left hook from Richards. Richards is winning away. Buati found.
He's completely outclassed. He's been in this fight every round and competing every round.
Richards made to miss with that right hand attack.
And good counters off the rolls from Buati. Oh, Richards looks hurt. Nice, and Richards step back, even set the space. Excellent stuff to finish this fight. I'm going to be on my toes after this. And this bell rings, applauding both men.
Credit to the two men.
Clever again there. Good shot, better. Now that was...
As we see Bivol after that bit of success that Richards had, trying to just automatically switch the...
Shots on the gloves, entered into the performances, but won't say necessarily wins that battle with Ricky Summers. It's good there, Summers, and then before he could get back out of range, hands down, he was clipped by a penalty, and maybe willpower are going to come into it down the stretch.
Yeah, I think that's inevitable, but I think Ricky Summers is now growing in confidence every round that goes by.
I do wonder though, it's been a good pace.
That chance to counter him with the right hand. And again there
is the physicality of the fight and maybe weariness that has fed into that, because through the middle, rounds 5 and 6, Gary, looked like he had the template, looked like he had the space and the distance sussed and sorted, but credit Azeez, who lands a huge left hook, and he's coming on strong. Holds on to his title, but it was that kind of contest to score. It was a compelling fight.
Wins to Canoon in a 6-round light heavyweight affair in what promises to be an exciting night of undercard action, headlined by a World Boxing Association showdown between Fadili Majiha and unbeaten champion Neslan Machado for the vacant international super bantamweight title. Dan Azeez, a 3-time South of England champion, beat Adam Jones on points in his last fight in September and is undefeated in 5 fights.